Okay, so my name is Jeremy Wright. Welcome, by the way. I run marketing here at SoCast, and today was release day, and so wanted to walk you through a set of features that I'm really excited about personally. For those who are not aware, SoCast is a digital marketing platform for radio. So we have a whole bunch of suites and tools and all kinds of great stuff to help radio stations exist in the digital space in a much smarter way, more cost effectively, all kinds of great stuff. One of those suites of tools is for DJs and kind of a live view of what's going on around them. So everything happening in their world for their show online, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, contests, website traffic, all that kind of stuff, all in one place. And so we just released a whole new series of tools for DJs around a feature we call SmartStream, which is what I'm excited about. I do apologize in advance for the sniffles because I have allergies. It's that time of year now. So smart streams are a kind of like a real-time Sysomos type thing with some real-time alerting and then some interesting features just for radio that I won't go into too much. But really smart streams start with obviously a search. And so since we are in Toronto and politics are a constant thing, TO is a very large hashtag. So this is the start of a smart stream builder. So you create TO You can use an actual query with all kinds of Boolean stuff. So you might say you want to follow all the TO stuff, but not Rob Ford. I can't imagine why you want to delete Rob Ford, but please delete Rob Ford. You got Rob Ford, and away you go. But we're going to keep to the simple TO here. You can also filter by locations. You could just have Toronto. You could just have English. You could filter by Twitter names, all kinds of great stuff. So TO is now created. And then we get some of the cool stuff. And so this panel is a live world all unto itself. And so this panel will tell us the potential reach of all the things happening in that panel based on retweets and all that kind of stuff. It'll tell us how much positive sentiment. So instead of doing some fuckly math around how much is positive, how much is negative, since sentiment's a little BS anyway, we just highlight how much we know is positive. Likewise, we highlight how much we know are male versus female folk. And if we don't know, we tell you. If something's neutral or negative, we tell you. So all this information is contained in this panel live in real time. So updates every minute, give or take, which is great. And so you get to see all kinds of useful information if you're a DJ to help you make some smart decisions. So for example, say you're actually interested in politics and you actually do want to, not Rod, I want the real one. You actually do want to keep track of, for example, which politicians are more popular right now in real time. You can go in, you can say, hey, I want to do Olivia Chow versus Rob Ford, kind of see some data happening in real time in terms of the reach they're seeing, in terms of sentiment around them, in terms of how much is male versus female. And it'll do this all in real time. And then you can compare that against the TO stream, for example, to help you as a DJ know what topics to talk about in real time, maybe even what kind of emphasis to put on, or there might be news happening in real time. I think Olivia Chow just announced, there it is. Today is her last day as MP. So she is running for Toronto Mayor, which is phenomenal. But you get to see this happening in real time. So you can watch the reach go up and down, the sentiment go up and down. People are happy she's there. Her demographic is far more female than Rob Ford's, which is very, very, very male of all the things we test. Rob Ford, more popular in Hamilton. Not really a surprise. Olivia Chow, clearly big in Manitoba for some reason, which is great. But not only do you get the interesting kind of sentiment, reach stuff, etc., which I think is really, really fun, you get a few other things here as well, which you're probably seeing as we speak. So it'll highlight individual tweets, which are specifically positive. And that positive is or neutral or negative. So all those tweets that contribute to the numbers up here get shown off. In addition, it'll also highlight tweets that are outside the curve for this panel. So for example, we have this break. Wherever it flags something as highly engaging, this is something that within the context of that panel is outside the norm. So if normally the tweets in this panel right now in real time would have 10 retweets, Anything with 11 or more would be labeled highly engaging. Obviously, it'll be a child's announcement with 438 is clearly highly engaging. So that's great. In addition, it does real-time influencer identification. So this little label here, so based on this panel, what is the average number of followers? And then based on this panel, average reach, and then based on this panel, if someone's outside or above those numbers, it flags them as influencers live in real time, which for DJs is a great tool because then they can focus on the people who will have potentially the most reach for them within this topic, which is great. So instead of someone being an influencer just because they have a lot of followers, it's within the context of this conversation happening right now in real time. So lots of content, great. So yeah, so SmartStreams are now in. All the live data is now in. All the live Boolean queries and location filtering, all that kind of stuff is now in. And real-time influencer identification and engagement identification is happening. We're looking at things like being able to toggle on panels so you only see influencers, so you only see positives, so you only see negatives, so you only see engaging content. Because for DJs, for example, just seeing that specific view could be really, really interesting. So that's today's feature release. There's a whole bunch of other back-end tools for other parts of the organization in today's release. But our thing that we're really, really proud of is SmartStreams and the ability to see all this great information live and in real time. So thanks. Have a good one. This is Jeremy Wright from SoCast.